Yeah, I mean, it's a high risk activity. What do they say? It's probably the country's most dangerous sport.
The key focus of my work at Surf Lifesaving was to drive the policy and strategy for the organisation. And one of our top issues was rock fishing. It was really one of the major causes of death.
So what did your organisation do to try and lower the amount of rock fishing deaths?
To understand why people rock fish in the first place, where, when and how they rock fish, and understanding their motivations for doing it. Were they doing it to feed their families, or were they doing it for sport or just for recreation purposes? And what was their understanding whilst they were rock fishing of the dangers? By understanding rock fishermen's motivations and backgrounds and behaviours, things like were they fishing alone, were they wearing life jackets, we could target the behaviours that were risky. We use this research to design programs to combat the behaviours that were risky, and we worked with police and local councils to implement life jacket legislation.
What were the challenges?
Well, one of the things that became evident to us during our research was that rock fishermen were often overseas born. They have experienced fishing back in their home countries, but they weren't aware of the different conditions that we get here in Australia. They weren't used to the larger swells. Another challenge with the cowed communities is finding the right avenues to get the message out there, finding community champions to promote the information that we were trying to tell them about, and to get over the language barrier.
And has the program so far been successful in lowering the number of rock fishing deaths?
From my perspective, the introduction of the life jacket legislation has really raised the profile of the importance of rock fishing safety. One of the things that Randwick Council have done is they've put a lot of signage around the beaches. And I think keeping up this cross-collaboration between lifesaving, the police departments, government and not-for-profit organisations will really push along the legislation and the safety. It won't obviously solve the issue outright, but it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, look, I generally would come to catch things to eat. Not so much catch and release. I just don't want to harm things just for the sake of it. And try and target things specifically so I don't catch all sorts of other stuff in the process. Yeah.
Awesome. Do you think rock fishing in your experience, has it been pretty safe, or have you ever had any risky moments or moments where you're unsure?
Yeah, I've definitely had risky moments. I've come here without a jacket today because a couple of reasons. Because it's super grippy down there with that volcanic rock, and also the ocean's really flat. But yeah, I've definitely had a couple of moments. Yeah, I'm normally quite prepared. Normally I always come with two people and have a self-inflating life jacket and rock cleats and everything. But yeah, here, especially as there's a lot of idiots out there. I don't know why fishing seems to attract idiots. I don't know what it is, but it's just people just wear the wrong stuff. People wearing long wellies. It's not what you want to be wearing if you go in the water. And long clothes. Yeah.
Awesome.
So I do know about it, yeah.
Awesome. And do you think that there's enough safety information out there for rock fishing? Do you think there's more that could be done?
For the safety side of things, I mean, look, rock fishing also, I think, I hate saying it really, but there is a degree of truth about the amount of Asian people that seem to be statistically quite highly represented in people that get themselves into trouble. And they also do come and fish a lot out in the rocks. So I know there's lots of signs in other languages, which I think is a good thing. I mean, I'm kind of aware of those risks, so it'd be hard to see how someone wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a high risk activity. What do they say? It's probably the country's most dangerous sport.
Yeah, they do say that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.